Rolling in 3, 2, 1, and action.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone and the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie. My name is Ali Calder. People ask me if it's short for something. I say it's long for A. Her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film.
Just one more time, just for good measure.
Her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film.
Nice.
Alright, cool. I had never done any acting before, any drama at all, but it was time to pick electives for year 12, and I decided I'd do theatre studies on a whim, and I did really well at it, so I decided to keep chasing that. Came straight out of high school and did the Young Actors Studio through NIDA. My interest is more in film and TV personally. I suppose getting to be physically involved in shooting sequences is really interesting to me, and getting to do fight scenes and fight choreography and all that stuff really appeals to me. Oh, a lawyer's fingers who straight dream on fees. Oh, a lady's lips that straight on kisses dream. We recently did a monologue, which was a performance of Mercutio from Romeo and Juliet. Connecting with Shakespeare's language is quite difficult, so I undertook a workshop to get through that sort of stuff, to learn more about the language of Shakespeare and how to properly deliver it. You research every character that you do, you research the background of the play, you read the whole play, you don't just read your bits. You learn so much of your character by seeing what other characters in the play say about that character when they're not there, and just the way they think about the character, and it's kind of a process that never stops, because even after you performed it 5 times, you might still discover something new. The colours of the moonshine's watery beams. Her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film. Her wagoner, a small, grey-coated gnat, not so big as a round little worm pricked from the lazy finger of a maid. Usually it's the moment where they say, okay, minute call, is exactly where I get that drop in my stomach and that little bit of nervous energy. First 10 minutes, usually I do some vocal warm-ups and very open throat kind of stuff, just to try and make sure the words aren't getting trapped in my mouth. Just do a couple stretches here and there, and usually if I have time, I try and write down as many of my lines from the play as I can. I try to speed transcribe them all into a book, because it makes me feel confident that off by heart I know everything that I'm going to say. The Young Actors Studio definitely had a lot of good techniques and mentalities to carry with you through the entirety of a career. And in this state she gallops, night by night, through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. The step between me wanting to be an actor and being an actor was overcoming those insecurities, I think, because we all have them. It's just a matter of, you can't get rid of them. You're never going to completely rid yourself of insecurity. It'll always be there, but it's overcoming it and maybe using it in your work if you can, which is where it gets really interesting. I used to have real problems with my posture, the way I stood. I was very pigeon-toed, my knees were always locked. I was very nervous about my voice, sounding too masculine, too rough, and it was learning to let go of all those concerns and realizing that, especially when it comes to my appearance and my voice, was that those were assets and not downsides. The fact that you look and sound different isn't a bad thing. You want to stand out to people, then don't throw away your uniqueness and try to become just like everybody else that you've seen. So working through that has been an interesting challenge, but when I finally got through it all and I can stand comfortably in front of an audience without getting dryness in my mouth or feeling like my legs are locked and I can't speak properly, then that's where I really transitioned to acting being my full-time career and not just something that I wanted to do. I've always been someone that relies on escapism to get by in day-to-day life, because I grew up being probably the only openly queer student in the entirety of my high school. I was bullied relentlessly, and I wasn't treated very well by my teachers. I had difficulties at home, and I needed escape, so I read books religiously, I played video games, and did all sorts of... I consumed a lot of media, basically. But the first time that I got up on stage and performed a monologue in year 12 was a real revelation for me, because it was probably the best I'd ever felt in my life in just that moment. And acting is the most cathartic thing that I can do with my time. It's really amazing how much you get out of it. Like, I can be really stressed by how much work I have to do, but when I actually get out on the stage and do it, I feel really fulfilled and really happy, and then I can go home and sleep easy. So even though I might have no energy most of the week because I'm acting all the time now, I still don't regret it at all, because every time I get to act is more happy I get to be, pretty much.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy.
Cool. I didn't want to say cut in case you weren't finished.
Yeah, sorry.